Hey, I'm Claire.
And I'm Janice.
And this is The X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on.
We are breakup coaches here to help you beat your breakup,
Heal your broken heart,
and move on to an amazing, abundant life.
We had to do one more episode, and this will be the first of our happy hour podcast episodes.
And I'm so excited about this. I had this in mind from the beginning, and already I'm having a blast.
Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. Where we get to loosen up a little bit, drink our favorite adult beverages. If you are not a drinker, make your own like virgin cocktail and settle down for this episode where we discuss more pop culture sort of things. And to open, we thought we'd start with a hot take and review a 10-year-old movie, Valentine's Day.
You know what? Honestly, watching it didn't feel 10 years old because a bunch of the performers are still so relevant and hot right now.
Yes. So, and it was interesting though. Like I love the little haircuts. You know, all the guys had that lush bang situation.
There was more gel in this film than you see right now.
Yeah. So, but other than that, you know, we've got Ashton Kutcher, Jessica Alba, every other famous person, Patrick Dempsey,
Jamie Foxx,
Taylor Swift, Taylor Lautner, Jamie Foxx,
Anne Hathaway, who was in, what was
Jessica Biel.
Well, no, more recently. Jessica Biel. Yes. Okay. She's Anne Hathaway was in the Amazon. Things. Yeah, but just recently she was in the Amazon Love Stories series or something. Really cool.
I haven't seen it.
She plays the woman who is attempting to revive her dating life, but she struggles with bipolar. Oh, anyways, it's a really lovely series. I'll get the name of it another time, but I really like her. And she was in it. Topher Grace plays her boyfriend, which I thought was really cool. Yes. Queen Latifah's in it.
Holy macaroni.
Right.
Yeah. There's all-star cast. It was ridiculous. I managed to rope my boyfriend into watching it with me.
Okay.
And you know, there was some trepidation going into it, but as soon as the opening credits started and he was like, "Oh my God, they're in it and they're in it and they're in it." He was like, "Wow."
Yes, completely.
So, yeah.
Jessica Roberts, and then
Julia Roberts. Wait.
Oh, right? Sorry. Maybe I've had too much to drink already. Jessica Roberts.
There were a lot of other Jessicas, to be fair.
Julia Roberts. Of course, everyone's favorite, Bradley Cooper. Wait, and who was the because we have McDreamy, but the footballer, he's a doctor in something else. What's his name? McSteamy.
McSteamy.
Isn't he also in Grey's? Is he also in Grey's Anatomy? Yes, I think we have McDreamy and McSteamy in this movie.
Oh wow! Congratulations to that director.
I was never into Grey's Anatomy, but somehow I do know this. And I'm so sorry, awesome. But I don't know the actor's name who plays the footballer. I don't either. But
he did a great job, and I thought he was like, you know, the hotness level between him and Bradley Cooper, it was totally on point. You know?
My God. And talk about surprise ending. I honestly wasn't expecting that.
It's so good.
Do you want to say what you're drinking and then we'll go into Ashton?
So, I can barely contain myself. I am drinking the 2019 Lily Rosé by Folded Hills. It is a Santa Ynez wine. It is award-winning. It is incredibly good. Very refresh.
It's a white? It's a rosé.
Rosé. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really have tasting notes for you, but it's incredible pretty much every year. And I was lucky enough to be able to order a few bottles before they sold out, because that typically happens in a couple weeks. And it's not one of those fake sellout things where they only made like 10 bottles. It's just everyone loves this wine.
And Claire brought this with her from California 6 months ago when you moved to Denver.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I think it's been maybe 5 months, but it's almost 6 months. It's almost 6 months.
Wow. I know. Time has gone by very fast and very slow the last year.
Somehow at the same time.
Wonderful. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. What are you drinking?
So, in honor of Valentine's Day, I am drinking a chocolate cocktail. And everyone write this down because I'm actually quite enjoying it. It's 1 part Screwball, which is peanut butter whiskey, 1 part vodka, 2 parts Lady Godiva liqueur, 1 part cream, and that's that.
It's so beautiful.
I don't know if I did the best presentation because podcasting, but
yeah, podcasting.
it doesn't very rich and it is very good.
Yeah. You could probably, if you like cinnamon, you could do like a little cinnamon stir stick or something. That could look cool for this episode, because we are discussing more like pop culture fun stuff. We want it to feel like a girls hangout.
I was just gonna say the girls movie night is such a fun thing to do after a breakup, and that's one of the reasons that we had this idea to do these happy hours.
So cool.
Right. So Valentine's Day, the movie.
Yes.
With about 30 different people who are living in LA.
Yes. And
we will not cover it all.
Of course. Yeah. So we want to discuss like a few things that stood out to us as like coaches. And so we were always debating on like what order we should go into, and we settled on we'll see where it goes. So if we're skipping around, it's because of that.
Yep. Yeah. And like I said, we won't cover everyone because like we also said 30 freaking people, 20 maybe, a lot of plots and people. But I guess we could start with where the movie starts, right?
Perfect. Okay. Yes. How do we start?
We have Ashton Kutcher, who is portraying Reed Bennett.
Oh my God. I'm not going to remember any character
that I give. Okay. But I was super stoked by the fact that he owns a florist shop because working in a florist shop.
Florist. He is.
Very cool. It's always been like my dream part-time job to work in a florist shop. And he owns the Sienna Bouquet. All right. So he wakes up his girlfriend on Valentine's Day with a proposal of marriage. Yeah. Oh my God.
Which I have to say is not how I want to wake up.
I'm so like, I'm rushing to the bathroom to brush my teeth and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
But also, okay, now we're getting into it. I wasn't that keen on his proposal being.
No.
My dad always told me that if I dated a girl who was too good for me, that I should ask her to marry me.
Yeah.
No.
No. And why is that a no for you, Janice?
It's just kind of sad.
It is.
I don't know. It just, it's like way to start from underneath, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, it's not, you should believe in yourself. You are worthy of love. Like, he's, a small business owner. He's managing to like do pretty well, it seems like. And like, just because she's like in some unknown corporate career.
Exactly. She's sexy and she wears high heels.
Yeah.
And she's aloof and she has some unknown hot job. Is all we really know about her, unfortunately.
And she seems like she doesn't seem like revolted by the proposal, but she's not visibly excited. Right. She's doing the bare minimum, and he's reading into it as he wants to. He's seeing what he wants to see. And they actually, I don't know how recently this was, and I don't have anything to cite for you right now, but they talk about how there's the fear responses. So there's fight, flight, and they've named a third one is fawn. And that's where you give the other person exactly what you think they want as a way to cope with a situation you don't know how to handle
and minimize the discomfort.
Yeah. And I see her doing that fawn response. She's giving him exactly what he wants while she thinks about what she wants.
Instead of saying, can I think about it?
Yeah,
because and this is the thing about Valentine's Day and about these grand sweeping gestures that people do is it's people have expectations of how they want it to be.
Exactly.
And because these are important moments, and when you do this grand production, it can border on manipulative.
Yes. Yes. I am not a fan of public proposals, period. So that was one point in Ashton's favor, was that it was not a public proposal, because that just makes me cringe so much, because I'm like, that poor girl, if she wanted to say no, like, fuck.
Completely. And I can ask for permission to get into this in a later episode, but I totally know someone who this happened to her and she didn't know what to do and said yes, and big mess. So what do you hate more, public proposals or gender reveal parties?
Actually, public proposals. I'm like, apart from the fire hazard, coming from California here, like one of the biggest fires recently was started by a gender reveal party. Apart from fire hazard, I don't have that much like against gender reveals.
Okay, maybe it's just me,
but yeah, I just, they're just not personally relevant to me, I guess.
Got it.
There's that. But
I just think some things are just private matters.
Yeah, some things are private. Like, I know my parents chose to not know my gender until the special day.
Yeah, same.
So, you know, each their own. I don't have like anything super against it, because it doesn't, I mean, the thing about the public proposal thing is it's manipulative and it's performative, and I really notice when people have performative relationships, performative friendships, where it's like, well, the friendship doesn't really count unless you're like shouting them
taking
out
selfies about with your bestie.
Yeah. And it's like, so
I knew of a case where a friend of a friend had broken up with his girlfriend and did this big, huge thing where he approached her at a bar with a bloody miniature Eiffel Tower and said that he was sorry. I'm sorry, a freaking Eiffel Tower.
Oh, I thought it was literally bloody.
This is my overseas. Okay, he had a miniature Eiffel Tower. Okay. And he said he loved her and he wanted to marry her, and he was just like ready to whisk her away to Paris. My friend is telling us about it. You know, like my friend just did this amazing thing with his ex, and my girlfriend and I were like, that is so lame. What the hell is she meant to do?
Yeah.
You know, if you can't just put it out. Yeah. You can't put it out there in plain language.
Yeah. Holy crap. Yeah. I would be super upset.
Right.
Yeah. If in front of a ton of strangers that happened and you're like, and now I'm the bad guy. Like,
exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, first of all,
and also who doesn't want a trip to
but
what?
You know, just don't care what all the other people think, but that's kind of hard. Like, biologically.
Yeah, you're right. Just keep it private.
Yeah, keep it private, keep it special. Yeah.
Which Ashton Kutcher did, and I don't know how we got on this, but
yeah.
All right.
So good job. Good job, Ashton, on that one thing.
Props.
Just like not right when you wake up. Like I've got like drool like solidified on half of my face. Like I'm all puffy. Like, why would you do that to me? But that's beside the point.
Agreed. But they knew each other. Maybe he I don't know. Maybe he somehow knew. And she looked amazing when she broke up.
Of course
so,
she did.
Maybe she...
Yeah. Did you notice how she didn't shed a single tear during the whole movie?
No, but I mean, now that you mention it, yeah. They did kind of portray her as an ice queen. The whole way through, I kept on thinking, do they want us to take her side or not? Like, she takes his dog.
Yeah.
But yet she was a friend in the end.
Yeah.
So I felt like they were kind of messing with our minds in a way. Like, it was really hard to choose whether or not you liked her.
I do appreciate that, though, because I think it could have been easy to just be like, she's so mean and blah. And like, I like how they showed her checking into the hotel and then like walking the dog afterwards, and how her day just kind of ended with not really any resolution. She was just like, well, fuck, I live in a hotel now and I'm gonna figure out my life, and that's gonna be okay. Hotel. And so, I kind of get that. I relate to the whole like, this is wrong, and I do love this person, but not in the way that I want to marry them.
And also looking out after herself. If someone proposes to me, I want to be over the moon. And so I care about him in the sense that he deserves better. And I care about myself because this isn't how I imagined feeling after being proposed to.
So true. True. All right. What do you have something next?
Well, we can go on to McDreamy and Jennifer Gardner.
Married man. As it turns out. Didn't see that one coming.
No, but well, I mean, you do quickly but yes, Grey's Anatomy, McDreamy. Yeah, I'm so sorry, dude.
I know
for not having your name
now in my brain.
However, I have to say that I was more into the movie that he did when I was in like elementary school. Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh my God.
Have you never seen that?
I might have seen it,
but
it's not coming to mind.
We were really young. You might not even have been born when it came out. But anyways, I loved him from then. But yes, McDreamy is dating Jennifer Gardner.
Yeah.
And they wake up. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's really no indication that he's any type of scumbag.
Yeah. I mean, the way they were talking, she said, us single ladies, as she was talking to him. And so you could see that he didn't want to make it official with her.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's that. But, it seemed like from the way she was talking to Ashton later, because they're friends, they're besties, is that, she's like letting him take it slow, and like, she's kind of waiting for him to feel comfortable with more than just the she wants, I guess. And she does seem to want that, but she's also like, she's being cool about it. Mm-hmm. Which unfortunately for her, he's married. And
so I have two notes. First, I just want to point out that she said that Valentine's Day is a giant cosmic bitch slap. So, to the single people.
Yeah, and I'm sure we all feel a little bit.
Well, but you don't have to if you're listening.
You don't have to.
You can be drinking and enjoying it. And then right back to what you said, he seems so nice.
Yeah.
And then he gets to the freaking florist and he is such a dick to Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, he like skips the line. So first point against him, like they did that for a reason. They're like, oh, he's entitled because he's a doctor.
Yes.
Which I think was a great thing that they made him still be a doctor.
I didn't even think of that.
They're like, in
case you couldn't put the name with the face.
Yeah, he's from this really famous show about doctors. So I just thought that was funny. And then so he skips the line, and then he's like, I need 2 bouquets, one for each of my ladies or something like that. And Ashton's
like the mask is off.
Oh. He's like, okay. And he's like, okay, there's a code about this. Like, okay. But then he gives them the names. And this is where My boyfriend was like, there is no way I would be that calm if my best friend was one of the names. He's like, I would fucking like that. Like, I could not hold it together and like pretend I didn't know any
And
of
then
these
go and
people
speak with my friend and coworker
and
about
not
how should
tell
I
her
handle
too.
this.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, plot spoiler. So if you don't want spoilers, I don't know what you're doing here, but eventually it turns out that like he and his best friend are the ones that should have really been together. But if you're meant to be with someone and be their person and like protect them, there's no fucking way you would go through a whole conversation without blurting out what you
Yeah,
know.
you can just tell in his head, he's like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
And then he doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, which is weird because it almost is like, well, this would have been okay if it's not my best friend.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Some protection.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah.
And then my other point about how McDreamy was such a douche at the florist shop is that when you're honeymooning with someone and waking up in their fancy condo in the first 6 months, they will probably be putting on their first face, or sorry,
their best face.
Their best face.
And their first and their best.
Their first face. Their best face. And so
often correlated.
Right.
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
You don't really know what they're like.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is whenever someone comes to me and they're like, well, it's like, we've been really trying to make this work and it's been like 2 months, and I'm like, it's only going downhill from here. Like, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
So you want it to start out fucking amazing, as it should, so that you can reach like a acceptable and still fulfilling level of relationship. You don't want to be efforting to make it okay in the beginning, because it's going to end up terrible.
Like, and relationships are work, but it's not meant to always be hard work. Exactly. And especially if that's how you're starting out. No,
not in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So poor Jennifer Gardner.
Poor Jennifer.
So do you want to talk about her public outburst now, or should we circle back?
Oh, yes. So she confronts him in a very non-literal way, which I just want to say kudos to the wife for not writing her off as a crazy person.
Yeah. So what did you think about that?
Yeah. Well, the wife did seem very collected in a lot of ways. And I get the idea that maybe she doesn't see her husband that often anyway. And so it might have just been confirmation of what she already knows. She seems like she was used to a life of luxury, and seemed like she kind of knew
like
what she was
they
doing.
had an understanding.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And so, but at the end, because we don't see the wife like except,
lose her shit.
Gardner comes in, she's like, here's what happened, but very metaphorically. She's just like, she says, chop up the dick of the pig or something. And there was a lot of metaphors, and then she walks out and like tosses the
mic drops
fake waitress thing to the side, and everyone kind of knows what happened. So, but we don't see the wife like turn to him and be like, what the fuck?
I also love how Jennifer Gardner, as an elementary school teacher, just has all these connections all over town.
Yeah.
People who love her and want to hook her
connected
up. Right.
Because of all their kids.
Right.
They're like, oh my God, I have to say the most realistic part was that one kid who always had his shirt over his head. That was like literally the most realistic part of the movie. I'm like, yes,
exactly, yes.
Everyone knows that kid.
Yes, this is certainly not any reflection of life that I am familiar with or have experienced. Yeah. But do you want to touch on what I told you earlier about how how Jennifer Gardner knows that McDreamy is at the bistro?
Oh, yes. Okay. So this is a conversation. This was wonderful. She flies from LA to San Francisco, where he says he is. He is not. He's still in LA. He like literally lies to her. It's fine, normal,
yes, literally.
for a cheater. And so she flies to San Francisco and visited the hospital where he's supposedly doing open heart surgery
on Valentine's Day,
and happens to like find the cardiac center ish place and meet a nurse that knows him by name. And she's like, oh, he's not here today. And she's like, are you sure? And then she's like, does he have a wife? Not like a divorced wife, not like a separated wife, but like a wife. And she's like, girl. Yes, they've been married for like 15 years. And she's like, oh, and there's an older nurse watching, and the older nurse walks out, and we watched this separately, but we both had to repeat it over and over to figure out what she was saying.
So I wish that we had a timestamp, but anyone who's listening and watches this, please go back to the point where Jennifer Gardner finds out from the nurses, and please tell me what the older nurse says to her.
What does she say?
She goes up with a very loving and concerned look on her face.
She's like,
it is inaudible. But after, should I say first what I thought it was?
Yes.
Okay. So I thought, oh, wow, like important part of the movie. You know, I'm taking notes for my podcast episode. And so I thought, oh, odd. We wound it, listened to it up again. And I thought I knew what it said. And I thought that this concerned nurse was saying, be strong, darling.
Comma.
Early seedling.
Be strong, darling. Early seedling. Which, you know, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Especially the be strong part. Like that I heard. I'm like, be strong, darling. Early seedling.
Like you're just
like, you know, maybe the wise nurse has dropped in with some wisdom. She's to, like, you know, save this woman's evening.
Be strong. You're young. You know, early seedling.
Exactly. All right. So I then put on the closed captions because I still wasn't completely sure what the hell was happening. The nurse was in fact not saying, be strong, darling, early seedling. She went up and said, oh my God, be strong. Oh my God. Okay.
I can't even remember what it was.
Okay, I do. I have it written down because I was afraid this was going to happen. Okay. Bistro garden early seeding.
Yeah, what the fuck did she know?
Okay, so I have to say,
on the other side of the state.
Yes, where Jennifer Gardner is meant to have flown to this dude's hospital in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And the nurses there are telling her that this guy is at the Bistro Garden in LA and early seeding with his wife.
For context, because we have some international listeners, California is a fucking long state.
I think third largest state.
Yeah, San Francisco to LA is a 9-hour drive.
Right.
So that's like at least 2 hours on an airplane.
I
mean, and then going through security and all that shit. And plus, this old nurse is supposed to like have his itinerary for Valentine's Day. Like, what the fuck?
It never occurred to me that she was telling her where this guy was. Yeah. I mean, just thought she was being sweet.
I don't know.
Anyways.
I mean, it makes sense now why they zoomed in on the restaurant name as Bistro Garden. I was like, that's weird. Is it like an Olive Olive Garden like reference? Like, are they saying he's taking his wife out to a terrible place? Not that Olive Garden. It's not the Olive Garden,
but it's okay for a weekend lunch, I guess.
Exactly, but Valentine's Day for a doctor.
And also, I have to say, what's with the early seating? Because normally, and I wonder if they meant to do this, because normally early seating would be like you made the plans too late. It's kind of all that's left.
Because that's what Anne Hathaway got with her guy.
Get into it. Topher Grace.
Topher. Okay. Topher Grace. I can remember that. I was gonna say
I don't know
Chris,
what any of these characters' names were.
Except,
Reed Bennett.
Reed Bennett.
Yeah. So then we have.
That's a good name.
Anne Hathaway and Topher Grace.
Yes. So she is moonlighting secretly as a adult phone entertainer.
Right. The first time we see them is in a morning after scene.
Yes.
Where she rushes out. What was that?
At the beginning of this long ass day that they're pulling.
Right. And so it's kind of the typical we've been dating for a few weeks scenario where you wake up and it's like, that was fun, but I'm not totally cool with being here right now.
Yeah, they specifically said 2 weeks, like 2 weeks. And then he's like, oh, fuck, I forgot it was Valentine's Day, which is like, wow, how do you do that? And then
I've seen this in sitcoms before. Okay.
And I was like, how?
14th, you know it's Valentine's Day. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Even if you don't, you live in the world. You work in an office building. Someone had to have told you.
Oh, he's like, oh, what? It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So he books an early seating at a restaurant as a like, he's like, shit, what do you do for 2 weeks in a relationship? So good for him for thinking about what would that be like. But
yeah, what
happens?
So I have to say here that he wants to be with her.
Yeah.
And so he was very proactive in thinking, you know, like, what would a woman want if I want to be with her? You know, like, how should I turn this around?
Yeah.
I appreciated that.
Yeah. But 2 weeks, 14 days. It's not that long. It's not that long. And
yeah, so like calm down as well.
Yeah, calm down as well. Yeah. You know, like, I mean, I get being super interested in someone, but this is more context for what we're going to share next, which is during dinner, she gets a call and you can tell she was struggling to tell him something, which we could guess what it is from this, that she's moonlighting to make some money.
She's not really moonlighting though, because
it's not in the evening.
Doing it 24/7.
Yeah. Well, she said it's the most busy day. It's the most busy day.
True.
Is
yeah,
what
you're
she
right.
said.
You're right.
So I get the feeling that it's not usually this hectic for her.
But that's why she had to rush out that morning because it was Valentine's Day and she was gonna get lots of calls from
clients.
I actually wrote in my notes, phone sex operator. Do they still have these?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go on with the dinner.
So they're sitting at dinner. She's trying to tell him something. She's working up to it. You're like, come on, girl, you can do it. And then her phone rings and it's like that sexy 80s music.
Right. Yeah, she has the ringtone.
He's like, bow, bow, bow. Like, yeah, we getting down music. And so she's like, hang on, I will be right back. And so she runs outside and starts talking to what's his butt.
Was this the one with the Southern accent?
Yes, this was a Southern accent. There were
really enjoyed her characters.
Personalities. Yeah, she was very good at her job.
I know. Like, all power to her.
Yeah, great job. Could definitely see that as an English major. I can relate. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, good job.
Yeah. She really had the backstories of all the characters. Yeah, and their motivations.
There was some depth. There was some depth
for sure.
But she's trying to get her client to be satisfied outside. And he comes out and he's listening and he's like,
Topher Grace is listening.
Yeah, yes, it seems like he's gonna be cool about it at first. Mm-hmm. At first, he's like, "Oh, is that what you do?" You know, he seemed interested at first, and they did have some backstory that he was from like Kentucky or Indiana.
Oh, and see, I have to say that really annoyed me.
Yeah.
They kept on getting back to this point about he's from Indiana. He doesn't know any better.
You know, he's like all sheltered and shit, you know, but
I mean, how many times do we know where any of these other characters were from except Topher Grace? They must have mentioned it a dozen times.
Because they're trying to justify his reaction, which was he lashed out at her for her keeping this from him, which I want to say he's known her for 2 weeks. He is not owed a description of every way that she makes money after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not like she's endangering his actual like sexual health. Like if she was a sex worker,
his
like
ego,
I feel like
maybe.
that would be owed it. But you know, there's a level of this is a lot of information. I have to think about it. Like, thank you for finally telling me. And then there is saying, I'd call you, but I don't know if I can afford it.
And I have to say, like, even the look on his face.
Yeah.
Ladies, if this happened to you and someone just switched like that and said something super insulting with a serious and smug look on their face without giving it a second thought.
Yes.
You've just seen this real person.
Yeah, you saw who he really was. And they justify it by being like he's from the South and is sheltered, and it's like, no, there's no justification for lashing out at someone just because they didn't turn out to be exactly who you thought they were after 2 weeks. Like, I'm sorry. He immediately apologized, but it was just such a moment. And from the male perspective, my boyfriend also had a problem with that. He was like,
tell me.
Yeah, he was just like, no, he's like, that's not okay. He shouldn't have done that. Why did she take him back? Like, that wasn't a big deal. He was also bothered by that situation.
So should we talk about how it is that she takes him back?
Yeah, I mean,
another grand sweeping gesture.
He brings her camera to her apartment, and I would be super fucking annoyed if anyone did this to me. He takes a picture of her as she opens the door
with the flash on.
Like, who the fuck is this guy? He's such a dick.
And don't like completely. I mean, how would he know what she was dressed in? It's at night. It's in
and it's a Polaroid. There's no deleting that shit. Like,
and he says that this is all for love.
Yeah.
So you've gone from being a judgmental prick to saying you're in love.
Yeah. How can you?
I don't know, girl.
I just don't get it. I'm like, like, well, it's for the movies, but he's in lust. Real love is built over time with respect and truly knowing someone. We just found out he didn't know her at all.
Right. So, I mean, even on his part, maybe he should have taken a step back and said, oh, wow, I'm moving way too fast. I never even asked her any of these things. This is affecting me. Like, what is does she not know about me either? We've had a few nice nights together. I'm going to tell her I love her.
Yeah. So I guess she'll keep dating me. Yeah, that would be the take is, you know, first of all, don't insult someone just because they didn't like satisfy what you wish they were.
Yep.
And then second, don't like love bomb someone as an apology.
Completely. Because look, it is for the other person very confusing.
It's very confusing. Yeah, poor Anne Hathaway. I'm sure she'll figure it out eventually. But
I mean, wouldn't you want someone who was sorry to show it? You know, and so it messes with your mind a bit. And because our society is also focused on forgiveness and proving yourself, especially men to women, you know, you could even go against your best instincts and take someone back.
Yeah, I think the general consensus here is that you shouldn't take your relationship advice from movies, like period. But we're still gonna continue. So
yes, should we talk about Shirley MacLaine?
I do, but I just want to quickly, because it's going to be a really quick point, because we're talking about sudden flips in attitude. Go. I want to talk about Tay Squared, aka Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, so I was never like such a big fan of hers, but I know that this was a really big thing about this movie, and she was adorable.
She's adorable.
I don't think that this was the best role for her.
No,
because look, she was young. I don't know. The acting was not absolutely the best, but I just think they were putting her in this performative role where she had to do these over the top silly things, and that's actually not her or even what she wants to portray. And so I'm totally cutting her slack.
I could go so deep down the rabbit hole, because I'm a big Taylor Swift fan right now. Not right now, just like always, but except for high school, it was like, stop. Yeah. Anyway, but so Taylor Swift, we now know her as a thoughtful, like academic level thoughtful person, like Folklore, Evermore, holy fuck. But back in the day, she was always releasing these, like, you know, Romeo Juliet love story, like over the top dramatic romantic things. She ended up in this movie. And I think at the time she was actually dating Taylor Lautner. So they were like a real life couple for like 2 minutes.
And can I just ask, he is from Twilight, right?
Twilight. Okay. Oh, which we should I've rewatched Twilight in the last 2 years, and it's horrifying.
So I kind of boycotted it because of the author's religious affiliation.
Oh yeah.
But was LDS.
Yeah, I know. I've read like papers on
all of this stuff about how her religion influenced the books.
Yes. Yeah, the so saving herself thing. Okay, we're gonna do a Twilight one.
Yeah,
so
I actually do old movies. Know of relationships that I've broken up because of Twilight.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Because of like not liking it, or because of like intellectual conversations about how bad it is?
No, because of the female wanting that type of romance and getting so into the books and the movies that they were just kind of taken out of reality, and that their actual husband could not, give them this type of
my God.
Reality.
That's so bad.
I agree. And
yeah, because that's like the middle level of understanding of it. Like, because the like, the Mormon side of it is, she was literally going to die if they had sex. Like that was like the whole thing. But wow, that's really interesting.
I'm writing this down.
Yes,
that we'll do a Twilight series.
Fuck.
And I will at least watch the films. I don't know about the books.
No, the books are better than the films. But don't torture yourself any more than you have to. But okay, so Tay Squared.
Taylor Twilight.
Taylor Twilight.
Okay.
So he was a wolf. I don't know. So Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner, they're in high school. They have like this very shallow relationship where she's like, I like him because he's an athlete, and he's like, isn't she hot? Which
they've got chemistry and things in common, and they're 17.
Chemistry. Yeah, they're 17. And so but there was one scene which reminded me of the sudden flip thing, where she gives him his jersey, and he's like, this is my jersey, and then she flips it over. She's like, oh, it's got the number 13 on it, your lucky number. And he's like, that's your number.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like,
she has it written on her hand.
She has it written on her hand. That's
why does she love 13?
It's Taylor Swift's lucky number. So it was like a Taylor Swift reference throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's like playing a character, but she's still kind of herself. I don't know. High school. But he's like expresses maybe a little bit of not being absolutely thrilled about the gift, and she, boom, U-turn is like, you don't like it. Like, and you could just feel
the guilt. She's
any
trying to
people pleaser, anyone with any tiny little bit of people pleasing would have been like, oh God, horrified. Yeah.
And he
so
does.
And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I forget what he says, but he calms her down and she flips back to being happy. But that just like that for me rang of like emotional abuse and manipulation.
Yeah. And also, so Taylor Twilight, I would say, would be showing some signs of codependence in the sense that he is acting in a certain way in order to get the end goal, which is like love and acceptance from her, even though he doesn't like the gift at all. And frankly, why should he? It's kind of an insult. It was a horrible gift. You know, you have every right to be insulted.
This will remind you of me, but it's like really like you're marking your territory.
Yes. And he did such a sweet thing for her. And then, you know, her gesture was
the
just,
bear
how
thing.
Can I make this more about me? Yeah.
He's like, I can tell that what means the most to you is public recognition of our relationship. So here's a giant bear that you can bring to school and show to everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad, but yeah. So that was just a small subplot. Like so much of that relationship was just like circus like performance. It was just so out of reality that it didn't even make sense. But that one conversation where she flipped to negative and then flipped back as soon as he like came back into what
appeased
she wanted and appeased her. Like that was interesting because that can totally happen with people in a real life relationship. So
well, and I think it's really, really important to talk about because teenagers do watch this and it's Taylor and they think, you know, this is how relationships are meant to be at this age. And then it does end with this cute scene of them kissing, which was very touching. You know, it did make me think, you know, of my teenage boyfriend and how like the feelings he gave.
Young love.
And then the movie ends with the Taylor Swift song of Today was a fairy tale. Today was a fairy tale. Yeah. And so it sends the message that this is kind of a normal and an ideal way.
Yeah. And I actually dumped my first boyfriend and my only high school boyfriend on Valentine's Day. So for me, it was kind of funny.
There's that. Yeah, they should be portraying stuff like that. It was nostalgic.
I guess. Sorry. Yeah. So there's that. So now on to the you know, this movie appealed to all age groups. We have
What was the name? Okay, so what we're about to say, dear listener, is we've got Shirley MacLaine, who is in a relationship with
I don't know his name, but he's in a lot of stuff. He's usually a spy. He's usually someone super badass.
He's the dude who's in the movie with Natalie Portman, The Professional, right?
Okay.
I think. Do you know the movie?
I don't know.
So The Professional is where it's really old. She's like 10. And so he's a hitman. And
he's usually a cold-hearted killer.
I'm pretty sure this is the same guy. And if it's not, we're gonna get blasted in a couple years when everyone listens to this and says that we're ignorant.
I think that he was, I mean, I think they played off of that because they were like, actually, he went away for a while. And I'm like, oh, what if he was a hitman?
Okay, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look this up. I have to know now. Okay, so The Professional cast.
So basically what happens is he's just enamored with his wife of 50 years or whatever. It's like a very long relationship. It's just been the two of them, and he's like talking to his grandson about how wonderful she is, blah blah blah. And for some reason 20 years later she comes out and tells him, I cheated on you once. I cheated on you once while you were away on business. And he, you know, is obviously upset and leaves the house. Later goes to the cemetery showing of some movie that she was in because she was like a silver screen star. And, you know, he had some thinking to do about the fact that she had cheated on him apparently once 20 years ago and hadn't told him until then.
Yeah. And so, how this comes up is they're telling the nanny that she says, well, you know, what are the chances of two people only being with each other? Which I have to say, for 17-year-old, that is very freaking healthy way to look at things. Like, I was like, yeah, of course. If she had
two people being together so she forever.
Says, she says it's not like if I sleep with my boyfriend.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant the opposite of like, no, as a high schooler, she should believe that she'll be with her boyfriend forever.
Yes.
Yeah. She's actually taking a very mature standpoint and being like, yeah, we're going to go away to different schools. We're going to have different experiences. We might not have that much in common afterwards. Like, who am I to be like staking everything on someone who's 17, 18 years old? No, 18, because they're like, we're legal, we're legal, we're gonna spread this around that we're only having legal sex in this movie.
Teenagers are allowed to have sex
as long as one of them isn't too old of a teenager.
As long as they're both teenagers. Yeah, okay. I guess they covered all their bases.
Yeah, they were like, let's make sure this is super airtight.
And by the way, I was way off. This guy is not in the
and make sure that it's okay, because the mom walks in on the boyfriend naked, and I think they're like trying not to make that as problematic as it could be. Right. They're like, well, he was 18.
As if that even matters, but he was 18. Anyways, so my point being that the teenager's perspective is quite healthy in that she realizes that her boyfriend in high school is not going to be the only person who she's ever going to be with. But then Shirley MacLaine and her husband say, well, we've only been with each other. Which I was like, why you gotta even?
But she notices that the Shirley MacLaine, right, is kind of looking kind of like face. Awkward and guilty when he's like, we've only been together. Sometimes it does work like that. And she's like she's like so awkward whenever he does this.
I know. I was like, is there any better way to do this? It was, and I love Shirley MacLaine too. And it was like, this is just lame. But obviously she's about to unburden herself.
Go into the next
obviously
room.
It is that she has had sex with someone else because her weird face.
She's like, I was a fucking movie star. You think I only slept with you? What the fuck?
But then it turns out that the other man sex with was just a family friend because she was lonely.
Yes, his business partner. So while he was away on business, weirdly, she had sex with his business partner who wasn't away on business. So that's
because
weird,
they were so lonely.
Because she was lonely. She said she was so lonely, and she said it was very short and it ended as soon as he came back. And so it was more than once, it seems. But 20 years on.
Yeah, so let's talk about
that's our problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So my question is, after 20 years, and she said, according to the script, that she never did it again, and she knows how, and they're about to renew their vows, by the way. Her husband, they seem very happy, but yet she just has to get this out there.
Yeah.
So I was a little like, I don't know, it feels a bit selfish.
Yeah. It's like she's trying to make her conscience feel good.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, she's putting this person through like emotional turmoil.
Right.
That she should have. Like, we're not saying, oh, you shouldn't tell someone when you cheat. You should tell someone when you cheat.
Yeah.
Immediately.
When you cheat.
Yeah. If you want to be like somehow a better human being, like, or more ethical, I mean, first of all, it is unethical to cheat if you have an understanding of a monogamous relationship.
Right.
We're supportive of all sorts of things. But if you have the understanding that it's monogamous, then yeah, you need to fess up then.
Like, you kind of need to make a
decision.
Later. Right. And they made it out to be like this was such a one-off. Yeah. So she drops this bomb on him and he's understandably upset. He says that this one thing makes the whole relationship feel like a lie. Yeah. He keeps his cool. I mean, he really, does.
Because he's a hitman, as we know.
I was going to say, people are going to hate us. I don't think it's the same guy.
I guarantee he's always like the head of the CIA.
I don't
or
think
like
it's the same actor.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
He is typecast. He is not typecast as a romantic
guy. Okay, so maybe he might not be
like a crime syndicate,
but
guy.
he might not be in the professional.
100%.
But I don't think he's in the professional.
Okay. All right.
I feel so bad. People, I can expect that we're going to hear about this, but
I'm sure we'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay. So he very calmly takes it but just says, but like, I can't be around you right now. And he does what I would say would be extremely healthy way to deal with it, which is to go out and do something he enjoys, except for the fact that it was watching a movie she was in. Anyways, he takes himself out, which I love.
Yeah.
And he's being very calm, like I said, about it. And he and Topher Grace meet up at the movie. They have kind of a heart-to-heart about it. He has his flask with him, a bit of self-care there. And then Shirley MacLaine comes storming in this big flamingo,
like a phoenix,
or no, a peacock. Yeah,
like a peacock parrot, some sort of mythical creature,
and flying
very
around,
glamorous. Very glamorous.
Looking for him and making a scene. And
what was his name in the movie? I can't remember because she kept saying that. She kept saying, "What's his name? What's his name?"
Edgar. Yes, and she's flying around. And of course, there are I think the film even said there were 100 other people there in the audience, something like that. And then
there were a significant crowd.
Yes, because they sold out of tickets, and Topher Grace gave Edgar the ticket. And so Shirley MacLaine finds Edgar and says, I know that you're disappointed with me, but being in love means that you accept every part of a person. And so you've got to accept this part of me.
Yeah.
I was like,
no.
And of course he says, of course, I love you. And they kiss and everyone claps. And
I mean, maybe there will be follow-up conversations for their relationship. I don't know. But it seemed like all was forgiven and all was better after 2 hours apart and a romantic reconnection in a cemetery in front of a crowd.
Very cinematic. Yeah. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. I mean, we get it because she's all like glamorous and like silver screen,
and she made the swooping gesture, so she must mean it, right? Which is, I think, what this movie puts across is that it has to be public, it has to be huge, it has to be
maybe that's why Ashton didn't get his fiance, because it wasn't a public.
Oh my God.
Dang. Totally. Maybe it was private and therefore she was like, I'm out it. And that's the message is that and we disagree.
Yes. Yeah. I did not. This was probably my least favorite part of the movie when she did this.
Yeah. Terrible.
Because he had every right to be upset.
Yeah.
Cheating and breaking vows.
Like, yeah.
Cheating and breaking vows is not a part of who you are intrinsically that someone has to accept.
Exactly. Especially when it's 20 years ago. It's just, and I think once trust is broken, it's hard not to be like, well, you say it was only once, but like, how am I supposed to trust that anymore?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm not saying that they needed to completely break up, but the film putting it out there that this is the way that you solve things when you cheat on your husband. Yeah. No.
I get that they were like, we got to tie up these loose ends in one day because we named it Valentine's Day and it was like morning to night. But still.
Yep. I think the point is that the pop culture has such an influence on how we actually think about things. I will completely admit that I was influenced by pop culture growing up. I watched Saved by the Bell, The Wonder Years. Like I thought that to be cool, I needed a boyfriend, and I got it from these shows. And so when you put messages out there, you at least need a new breakup podcast to critique it. Because this is not real life.
And tell you. And you need them to tell you, be strong, darling, early seedling.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
Thanks for listening to X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on.
If you like this episode, tag us on your Instagram story so we can connect with you.
And you can find me, Claire, on Instagram at Claire Lofthouse.
And me, Janice, on Instagram at Janice Formicella. Talk soon.
Bye.